like to at least understand what everyone's view is on the topic on fair representation and inclusion in the workplace.
So when we talk about representation and inclusion, and most of us think of this as a charity or as something that we're doing for someone else, but actually it's not for someone else. Our society is made up of people of all segments, of all types, of all genders, of all backgrounds, right? And when we're talking about a workplace, for example, if it's a corporate sector and we're talking about products that are going to be used by everybody, the better your product suits the needs of the more types of people, the more your product will take off, right? So if you have if you're making any item, let's say a pen, yeah, there are no gender differences, but let's assume there are gender differences in a pen. Now, if you only have men in the team who are taking those decisions and who are taking the call of how do we design that pen is going to be most likely suitable for men to use, right? It might be that big, it might be that thick, it might be, that bulky. But if you also have women in the team, the people contributing to the design will have multiple perspectives, and hence your product will be, better suited to both the genders, and hence your takeoff will be higher, right? So inclusion is not a charity. Inclusion is not something that you do for someone else. It's actually a thing that is beneficial for you yourself, because it increases the usability of your product. Usability, even in government, it increases the usability of our scheme. So for example, if we are designing a marketplace or we're designing a building, and that building does not have women toilets, the number of employees you might get who might be really, really smart, you will lose out on them, right? You will lose out on those women employees. You design a marketplace, it's not suitable to women because it's all the men who have designed it. Your customer is a woman, she will not turn up in your market. She will not spend money in your market. So you lose that, right? So as government, designing footpaths, designing parking spaces, all of those things, when your users are people of multiple types, you need to have multiple voices in the design process, in the creation process, in the decision process. And that is where you need inclusion. So inclusion is not about charity or about giving something to someone else. It's actually making your product or making your service or making your policy something which reaches everybody, something which has a wider scope and hence a wider offtake and hence more chances of success. So for me, representation and inclusion actually talks about that. So, your whole ideology behind any product changes because of that, and it makes it a lot more better.